Hello, Holy Wiremod here, and we're going to be going over how to properly install Source Dedicated Server, which is SRCDS. So I have this link in the description below, which will take you to this article, which I recommend you follow along on, so you can just click the links and copy and paste everything you need. So let's start step 1, downloading Steam CMD. So click the link and go to this link. If you have Windows, if you have Linux, you click this link and so on for different operating systems. We're just going to open this. So we're going to be creating a new folder. And you can call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it Steam CMD for the purposes of the tutorial. I'm going to drag and drop the executable file into here, open that, and start it up. So we can close this and close this as we don't need it anymore. And we're going to be creating a server folder while we're waiting for this to load. So as you can see, there's a bunch of files getting loaded into here. It's not really important for what we have to do, but that's how you know it's working. So as you can tell, we're already at step number 5. As you see, it says Steam at the bottom, and it's going to prompt us for some commands. So first, let's log in as anonymous. Not the hacking group, just as an anonymous user. It'll say login OK, and then we wait for the next command right here, which is going to be force install directory. And the directory we're going to be installing our stuff in, or our content in, we just simply drag and drop this server folder into here, and then press enter. And now the application which we're going to be installing is 4020, which is Gary's mod. So app update 4020. Now this process takes a little while, so I'm going to skip until the end, and I will see you at the end of this. Okay, now that we have all of our Gary's mod information downloaded, simply press the up arrow, and we're going to validate by adding the word validate to the command. This again takes a little while, so we're going to skip until the end of this as well. Alright, everything is validated, so we no longer need steamcmd.exe, so we can close that out. And let's open up the server right here. Then we'll go to Gary's mod and go to CFG. Now you may notice I have all the file extensions visible. How you do that is you click the View tab right here at the top of your browser, and you simply tick File Name Extensions. Normally it's unticked, so you want to just tick that. And then let's go to server.cfg. And we're going to rename the extension to a .text file. Say yes and open it up. As you can see, it's blank. So we're going to be taking these commands here. The first one is going to tell everything what to name your server. So we're going to name it test server name. You can name it whatever you want. The next thing that you need from here is the Archon password, so you can do administrative stuff. And just to make it look nice, we'll give it a couple tabs. Save that. And then we're going to X out, and then simply rename this back from .text to CFG and save it as such. Now we go back to server, and we're going to be creating a new text document, and it doesn't matter what the name is. And now we're going to be copying and pasting this information right here. And if you wish to change the map that you're on, you change this from GM construct to the map name. By default, you have construct and flatgrass, which is located in your map files. You have max players, which starts at 16, or right here. You can put it to anything you like. And lastly, you can change the game mode by changing this value right here. All right, so simply save that as start.bat. That's for batch file. Close this, get rid of this text document, and now let's run the server. Now, I'm going to hide the second window because it shows my IP address, and we no longer need to keep this open. I'm going to minimize it. And you'll see a bunch of text coming to the side. And eventually say VAC secure mode is activated. That means your server is good to go. So let's open Gary's mod. Alright, now that Gary's mod opens, we are simply going to go to find multiplayer game, go to local network, go to sandbox, and here is the test server. So just double click that to connect, and there you have it. Here is a dedicated source server. And as you can see, it says test server name, just as we have. The ping will steadily drop down to 5, and since we have sandbox installed, we have this going on. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to leave us in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to check out Hexane Networks for affordable and high-performance server hosting. That's Hexane Networks, whose link is in the description below.